in this country and every young person, sadly, in this room. It would require $120,000 from every millennial in the country to pay it off. Anybody have $120,000? We'll make a good, how about 50? How about 20? How about 2? We'll sell it to you for 2. The new debt added under Obama and Clinton would have been enough to pay off all of the outstanding student loans in the United States 6 times over. Think of that. Yet not one penny of that new debt has gone to lowering your tuition and the people that are going to follow you. It's only getting worse.
Outrageous.
He's right. Who said that? Stand up. Stand up. That's okay. No, I'm not going to. That's okay. Good. Nice looking guy. Good. Sit down. We made him a little nervous when I said stand up. He's a good guy. The share of 16 to 28-year-olds not in the labor force has increased to 45% during the Obama administration. Tremendously bad things are happening. In the Trump administration, we will work every day to make America great again for everybody, including millennials. First, we will lower the cost of college and solve the student loan crisis. It's a crisis, very unfair. The biggest crisis is you graduate, you do well from great colleges, like where we are right now, great colleges. But you graduate, you do well, you're proud of yourselves, your parents are proud of you, there are no jobs. There are no jobs, no good jobs. Tuition at public four-year institutions was 40% higher in the last school year than it was 10 years ago. In all, Americans owe $1.3 trillion in their student loans. Think of that, $1.3 trillion. More than auto loans, credit card debt, home equity. I mean, nationwide, you're talking about the biggest factor. Students should not be asked to pay more on their loans than they can afford. And the debt should not be an albatross around their necks for the rest of their lives. And that's what it is. We're going to work that out. We're going to work it out, folks. We're going to work it out. It'll be a negotiation. You know that. Everything's a negotiation, but the art of the deal. We're going to work it out. We're going to work it out big league. But it's very unfair. You graduate, you graduate from college and you're starting with like an anchor around your neck. No good. It's no good. Not fair. That's why under my student loan program, we would cap repayment for an affordable portion of a borrower's income 12.5%. We'll cap it. That gives you a lot to play with and a lot to do. And if borrowers work hard and make their full payments for 15 years, we'll let them get on with their lives. They just go ahead and they get on with their lives. Because it's very, very hard for young people. It's probably the question I get more than any other question outside of defense which is catastrophic, what's going on with our, how badly we treat our veterans, how badly we treat our military folks. But I get asked so much about student loans and student debt. Young Americans deserve the same deal as federal workers. So we will equalize treatment so everyone can start saving for their families and retirement by the time they're 15 years out of college. So start counting, 15 years. In addition, I will take steps to push colleges to cut the skyrocketing cost of tuition. It's happening. It's happening. Very unfair. Because students are like a conduit. They get the money, they give it, they get, and there's not enough incentive for these colleges to cut. And the costs are going up mammothly, much more so than other businesses and industries. And I fully understand why. We're going to do something about it. If the federal government is going to subsidize student loans, it has a right to expect that colleges work hard to control cost and invest their resources in their students. If colleges refuse to take this responsibility seriously, they will be held accountable, including by reconsidering whether those with huge endowments deserve to keep those endowments tax exempt. We have a lot of power over the colleges, and they're not doing the job of cost cutting because they don't have the incentive to cost cut, because you're paying for it, Some schools are paying more to hedge funds and private equity managers than they are in spending, and this is true, than they are spending on tuition and tuition assistance, while taxpayers are guaranteeing hundreds of billions of dollars of student loans to pay for rising tuition costs. We want universities to spend their endowment on their students, not themselves. We have to take care of our students. They need to use that money to cut the college debt, and they have to cut college tuition. They have to do it, and we have to do it quickly. Much of the skyrocketing cost of college education is due to the tremendous bloat in college administrators and bureaucrats. I know that doesn't happen here, but you know, just maybe some places. Doesn't happen here, does it? No. No? No, I'm sure it doesn't. But every place else it does. According to the Department of Education, the number of college administrators is up more than 60% since 1993, 10 times the increase in tenured faculty positions. Federal regulations are responsible for much of this administrative bloat, and it is bloat. Vanderbilt University estimated that it spends $150 million per year, 11% of the university's budgets, to comply with government regulations. Big problem. Regulations in this country, a big problem. And by the way, I'm cutting your taxes. Big league. Massive. Hillary is increasing your taxes. So when you get out, and when you get those good jobs, you're also going to be paying, if I'm president, a lot less taxes. She's going to increase your taxes very substantially. As president, I will immediately take steps to drive down college costs by reducing the unnecessary cost of compliance with federal regulations so that colleges can pass on the savings to students in the form of lower tuition. I will also make it a priority to protect students' rights to free speech on campus. Do you want free speech? Is everybody? You'll have it. Wow. Wow. You like that more than the lower cost. I mean, that's impressive, right? What's going on? That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. You know why? He just said it. You know why? Because what? Say it again. That's a pretty great statement. Pretty good. Hey. Do you want to be my speechwriter? I think that would be good. That's very good. That's very, very good. That's true. We love America. We want our country to be healthy again. We want to make America great again. That's been our whole theme, and we want to do that. But that's really well said, I want to tell you. Stand up. Let me see you. Wow. Good. What is that you're wearing? Turn around. Show the press. They won't cover it if it's negative on Hillary. That's great. That's great. Thank you very much. Great. Good. Great future. In the past few decades, political correctness, oh, what a terrible term, has transformed our institutions of higher education from ones that fostered spirited debate to a place of extreme censorship where students are silenced for the smallest of things. You say a word somewhat differently and all of a sudden you're criticized, sometimes viciously. We will end the political correctness and foster free and respectful dialogue. We also have to recognize that traditional four-year degrees and programs are not the only path to a good job and a good career. We understand that. We will fully support schools that allow people to learn skills and practice a trade so young people can have access to the education that's right for them. For instance, when I was in school, we had some students that were horrible students. But man, could they fix an engine of a car, or they could fix things that were so much better than anybody else. They had a great ability for mechanics, for machinery, for operating bulldozers, a much greater ability than others that had straight A's in physics and math and all of the other subjects that we all take. And We forget that. It's very important. It's a great talent. It's a great skill. And we must hold all schools equally accountable for their performance. I will make sure that students have the information they need all about their options. They have to have options before starting school and for repaying their student loans upon leaving school, and we'll make it so you can do it and do it very easily. You watch. There's a lot of room for improvement in this regard. Currently, students navigate 16 complex repayment plans. You know about that, right? Some of you. 8 forgiveness programs and 32 deferment and forbearance options. Each of these programs has their own nuances and qualifications. I will simplify this confusing maze into a single income-based repayment program similar to those that have proved so popular in recent years. That's a very important thing. Very important. We also have to make sure that those who have graduated college and those who are soon to graduate can find a great job. This good job, but I mean great job, right? We want great jobs. We don't want good jobs. To start a career when they do. A lot of our great jobs are gone to other countries, gone to Mexico, gone to China, gone to lots of places. We don't have many good jobs anymore. Many mothers across this country are worried their kids won't find jobs. Are any of your mothers worried about that? Huh? Yeah. No, a lot of mothers and fathers. And fathers. And they're right to be worried. One of the biggest threats is outstanding and it's really a tremendous threat. The outsourcing of jobs for college-educated kids are being sent to other countries, and they're going at a rate that we've never seen before. At the same time, companies are importing low-wage workers on H-1B visas to take jobs from young, college-trained Americans. You've been seeing that and you've been hearing that. We'll protect these jobs for all Americans, believe me. My economic plan, including tax, trade regulatory, and energy reforms, will create 25 million new jobs and allow the private sector to grow at 4% per year. Right now, it's hardly growing at all. Crooked Hillary Clinton is going to increase taxes incredibly, unbelievably, a tremendous amount, while we cut taxes massively. Tremendous difference. Our plan includes reforms to protect and expand the sharing economy. Startups like Uber that have managed to provide great services for consumers and to consumers. In some cases, I'm hearing little other things. We'll have to check that out. Do you like Uber? Does everybody like it? Okay. And create lots of jobs in the process. Finally, and most importantly, the foundation for a new prosperity will be rededication to the constitutional rule of law. A vote for me is a vote for change, and a vote for me is really a vote for you. Together, we will make America so strong. We will make America so powerful and so rich. Together, we will make America great again. And I want to thank you, and God bless you. You are amazing young people. Amazing young people. Keep up the good work. Say hello to your parents, okay? And thank you, fellas. Thank you. Thank you.